Hello, Woodstock. This is the Supervisor's Report of September 29th, 2009. I'm Jeff Moran, your town supervisor. For me, this week is budget week. It has been budget week for a few weeks now. And what that means is that I'm going through the 2010 preliminary budget. By law, that's got to be into the town clerks. They can deliver it to my town board members by October 5th. And the town budget, counting the highway and the general fund, is over $7 million. The general fund alone, which includes police and everything that isn't highway, is about $4,300,000 roughly. So I know people say Woodstock is a rich town. It's actually not. I don't think we have rich towns in Ulster County. We do have the highest property values of any of the 20 towns in the county. But we're not rich. We're lucky that we do have some money to work with. Part of the reason is that we have over half of our tax bills going out of town. So what that means is that the second homeowners and the weekenders do pay full freight and taxes, but they have a fairly light footprint on our infrastructure and on our schools. They pay school taxes. They don't send kids to school. They pay for our highway taxes. They don't use the highway so much. They pay for our police, our dispatch, our rescue squad, our fire. So this is all a good thing. The problem is that it does also reduce our volunteer pool so that we have to use basically only half of our available talent, being a half-time town, to staff our volunteer boards, our volunteer commissions, our volunteer committees. Not every town in the county is in as good a shape as we are. There are a couple of towns, at least two, that can't make their budget, and they've already started layoffs and furloughs and 4-day weeks. We don't want to get to that point. I don't think that we will. I think that we can craft a good budget. I hope that the board will go along with my budget, but we always do a few tweaks. And the idea is to continue honoring our employees by making sure that they have reasonable cost of living raises. But we also have serious raises to deal with in that our healthcare costs are now going up another 15% this year. If that seems ridiculously high to you, well, it seems ridiculously high to me too, but there's really nothing we can do about it. This is across the boards. Healthcare keeps going up and up and up. And we could argue about why it's going up, but the fact is, it is. It has to do with hospital costs, with doctor costs, and with insurance costs. So there's not much we can do about it except suck it up and try to fit it into the budget. We really have no choice. The other thing that's going up is pension costs. We are obligated to cover our pensions, and the reason we have to go up maybe between 6 and 7%, maybe higher, we won't know until mid-November when the budget's already approved, is that the state's investments have dropped, as has everybody else's invested over the past year, and we, the towns, have to kick up the difference. And again, there is no other option. We have to put it on the budget. So we will have a tax increase this year. Fortunately, it won't be nearly as large as some other lines. I know that in the school taxes, if you're in Woodstock, you're paying school taxes to one of three districts, either Onteora or Kingston or Saugerties. I think the average valued home in Woodstock for the Onteora tax increase was about $170. For Saugerties, it was about $370, and for Kingston, I think it's about $330. So in this case, Onteora taxpayers came out the best. But again, the school taxes are going up for the same reason other taxes are. Pension costs, healthcare costs, and those are costs we really cannot do anything about except try to absorb them and adjust and cut our spending other ways. So when I go through the budget, I'm not cutting out 5,000 here, 10,000 here. I'm cutting out 100 here, 150 there, 200 there. And this is a very difficult process. There isn't a lot of money to find. There is really no fat in our budget. We keep our services high. Our roads are in great shape. We have a 24/7 police force, 24/7 dispatch. And we like it that way. It keeps us secure. It keeps us safe. And you'll be hearing more about the budget in the weeks to come. But we do have a public meeting on Monday, October 5th, and that is the meeting where the town clerk, in this case the deputy town clerk, will be delivering the budget to the town board members. That budget is my preliminary budget, and then over the next couple of weeks, the board, all 5 of us, were meeting with the department heads, each department head, and reviewing the budget and seeing where we can make cuts or where we can add if we need to. In some cases, we do have to add. There is equipment that breaks down. We have reserves to draw from. And this is something that's just part of doing business in town. You know, you can't keep a flat budget. You've always got to be tweaking it. And we hope to keep it flat. We hope to make it go down. In some cases, they have. But generally, it will go up a bit. We have contractual raises we have to deal with. We have some union people, some non-union people. We try to be fair across the boards. So if you're interested in the budget process, please come to the town board meeting on October 5th. And, you know, feel free to come to our public hearings. It'll tell you a lot about what's going on and how we run our town and what it takes to run our town. It's all pretty transparent. Once we have it posted on the website, anybody can download it from their own computer, go to the library, or if you would like a hard copy, we can arrange for a hard copy to be available in the clerk's office. Any questions about that, feel free to call me at 679-2113, extension 7.